Why did my chemo doctor say no? Why's my treatment been delayed again? Why are my blood test results so bad? Why? What? Come with me through the curtain of blurred colons and find out what's going on in my cancer story. Welcome to the Tumotastic Video Diary number 34. Hi, Skatz here. I know who you are. It's Friday, August the 9th, and this is Video Diary number 34 on Still Alive, where we don't like to die before we die, do we? It's not good for you. Rise up and live. 4 more years. 4 more... What? So, 2 days ago, I took the trip down to Chris's house again, ready for yesterday, when we got up horrendously early to get me to the hospital for my blood test just after 8 a.m, followed by breakfast and then the consultation. That was supposed to be at 1 p.m, but we headed up for reception even earlier than usual at 9 o'clock in the morning, very, very sneaky, to see if they'd let me in earlier. Did it work? And what did the doctor say? She said, "You're a ponce." Well, to understand it, first of all, let's have a look at my blood test results over the different treatment cycles and see which readings the doctor said were the important ones. What did they say was the clincher? The one that would mean, yes, we can jab you with the poison needle, or no, we're sending you home. Goodbye. Poison needle, poison needle. Now, I don't pretend to know a lot about blood test results. 'Cause you're a bloody idiot. I mean, the sheet they gave me each time the results come in is a whole A4 page with nearly 50 readings on it, each with a figure for the test results, the units they're using, and the reference values that tell you the range within which your readings should be. Reference values and ranges. Boring. I've been reading up on what they all mean though, and every time I see the consulting doctor I learn a little bit more. But when the doctor showed me the first set of results before my first cycle, I hadn't got a clue what anything meant, and of course it's all in Spanish. Get a bloody dictionary, you plonker. So I asked what they were looking for in the results, and the doctor circled 3 of the readings which she said were the most important, and they were hemoglobina, which you can probably guess is hemoglobin. The second was plaquetas, which is platelets. And the third was leukocytos, which is leukocytes. So why are they important? I do not care. In a nutshell, hemoglobin is the protein in the red blood cells that picks up oxygen and carries it around the body. And lack of oxygen is very bad for you. I'll show you what's bad for you. Platelets help your blood to clot, so a lack of them could result in uncontrolled bleeding, which is very bad for you. Uncontrolled bleeding. And leukocytes are white blood cells which control your immune response. So without them you can't fight infections, which is very bad for you. Fight, fight, fight. Some of the other doctors circled 2 other readings as well, and they were neutrophils and lymphocytes, which are basically types of leukocytes or white blood cells with slightly different jobs to do. I won't go into detail, but a lack of them is, guess what? Very bad for you. I eat white blood cells for breakfast. Okay, so just remember that I've already had 25 radiotherapy sessions combined with 25 lots of chemo tablets before the intravenous chemo cycles began. And they're very bad for you. So my blood test readings had already taken quite a bashing. Guess who did that? So, before cycle 1 of the IV chemo plus tablets, my hemoglobin was already down to 12.8 grams per decilitre, which is slightly below the given minimum of 13, but not apparently below acceptable for the oncologist to say I could have the chemo. Between then and this week, it's only dropped slightly to 12.4, so it's not been affected too much. That is not acceptable. My leukocytes started at 49.4 per litre, which is within the range of 40 to 115. Yay! No! Boo! But they've now dropped to 22.3. Boo! Although the doctor was more interested in circling the neutrophils and lymphocytes, which had dropped even more. Boo! Yes! The doctors do keep worriedly asking me whether I've had any fevers, but apart from being overheated from sitting here in my hot office, I've been okay. Oi! You are not okay! My platelets, on the other hand, started off within a range of 1,400 to 4,500 platelets per litre at 1930 to begin with. Yay! No! But they've dropped quite drastically to only 730. Eek! Gretchen! The doctor said that they draw the line at 750 platelets, so that's the main reason for not allowing me to have the chemo this time, or last time. And it's also the reason I've had several nosebleeds, which I had to block with toilet paper for at least 10 minutes each time before they stopped bleeding. I had to stuff it up really tight. So that was all a bit scary. Scared, are you? You should be. And if I accidentally scratch the scab off a mosquito bite, I have to stem the blood flow for a lot longer than usual. The same when I have a blood test. They used to say, hold your finger here for 2 minutes. And now they say, hold your finger there for at least 5 minutes. Soon it'll be, sorry mate, there's no way of stopping it. So that's the reason the doctor said no to the planned chemo. And that was a disappointment again. It also means I'm having to ask for more lifts to Malaga and back, which is getting more tricky because it's the hot and busy time of the year with more events going on and people have got relatives visiting them and everything. Next week I have to go to Chris on Tuesday for my appointment on Wednesday because Thursday is a bank holiday. Oh, it's all confusing and getting difficult and tricky. Fortunately though, Liz is available on one of those days, and actually she was free yesterday to pick me up. So we went for a drink down by the marina. So there are advantages. Nobody wants to give you a lift. They're all sick of you. Oh, and our tactic of getting to the consultation reception worked a treat because we were seen really quickly this week, and the doctor said it was also because she didn't want to leave me sitting around for ages only to be told I couldn't have the treatment, which was very kind of her really. The receptionist was also kind in explaining that the appointment times were only guidelines, so getting there early was absolutely fine. You should be made to wait! So, I have another week off. I'm going to read up on what I can do apart from resting to get my readings over the line. Any ideas, anyone? Yeah, get up off your lazy arse. On that note, that's all for this week. Next week, I'll see you again. How exciting! Thank you so much for continuing to follow my story and sharing your own stories and sending messages of support. Tune in next Friday for another thrilling episode of Still Alive. It's called Feck Off Freddy. No, it's not. Keep your fingers and your toes crossed, you lovely people, and as always, raise your drinking receptacle with me. The toast is Still Alive. So let's all do the Still Alive dance.